Hello there, this is Carol, the Otherwise Woman, and you have come to my intuitive and interpretive reading of the prevailing energies that will be with us from the full moon on July 21st until the new moon on August the 4th, 2024. This is for entertainment purposes only. Any resulting enlightenment is purely coincidental and unintentional. We have, for this period, the Change card from the Wisdom of the Cailleach deck, the Page of Arrows, or Wren, from the Wildwood Tarot, and we have Rowan as our Celtic tree ogham. Well, let's go first to Change. That's rather self-explanatory, isn't it? This is a time when transformations can take place, needed changes. Perhaps there is an insight that you get, or you look back at the past and you say, I would like to try this that I used to do in the past, or that I've always wanted to do. Anyway, it is time for a change. Now, we have, with Rowan, we carry on actually that idea of change and new beginnings. The Rowan is the second tree in the Celtic ogham, the first being birch. And birch is really all about new beginnings, clearing out the old, making way for the new, bringing something in. Well, Rowan builds on that. It's known for its protective energies, and it also heightens our psychic abilities and insight. Another property of Rowan is determination, the never say die attitude, and that also carries into the Page of Arrows here. The Page of Arrows is about determination and finding your way during difficult times, using all your cunning, all your cleverness, whereas Rowan heightens our psychic abilities. The Page of Arrows focuses more on study and what we have learned, what we can learn, developing new skills, and together how to use the intuitive mind, how to use the intellectual mind to create the change that we want to see. Now, in the last reading, I know I mentioned, the idea of collective trauma, and boy, it feels like we keep getting hit with that. Though while last time we were urged to go into our own little cave and have some solitary time and think about the things that were important to us, now we're ready to make those changes using intuitive insight. I will say here too, with Rowan showing up, this is a good time for meditating or doing divinatory readings, anything that will strengthen your intuition. It's also a good time to trust your intuition, especially when it enhances things that you have learned. While I have felt, and maybe you have felt, like a blanket of despair has descended, now we get to do something about it. This is really I see this as a first step toward making, well, not a first step, a second step perhaps, toward really making the change, being the change we want to see in the world, to quote that old cliche. But it's time to take that forward and not let the despair weigh us down, because both Ren here, Page of Arrows, and Rowan is all about determination, not giving up. There's also a youthful energy here with the Page of Arrows, and from that I think, well, perhaps tap into that enthusiasm you had when you were young, and perhaps the wiliness, creativity. How do we work around? How do we work around obstacles? You know, the flexibility that we had when we were younger, or that some of us still have for those who are young. And it may be young people who are leading the change in the world. So, this is where I will end. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, please contact me at otherwisewomanccp@gmail.com. Thanks so much. I hope you have a wonderful moon cycle and come up with all kinds of intuitive and well thought out ways to effect a wonderful change in your life. I will see you next when the moon is new. Goodbye.